All right, racket number 1. Boomerang buyers are back. So, Nicole, why don't you
Oh, gosh. I'm on the spot.
let everybody know what a boomerang buyer is? Or do you want me to?
Yeah, go ahead. You tell.
All right. A boomerang buyer. This is a Realtor Mag
We
article.
went back. I felt like we were being a little neglectful. So,
Although there's a lot of good content right now on Inman, so I wouldn't. We don't have any Inman topics.
we don't.
This week, but
I
there's a
didn't
lot of
really-
good stuff
You
happening.
think?
Yeah, there's a good one. I started reading from Brad Inman where
Oh, Brad sent us an email.
he did send
Thank
us
you,
an
Brad.
email. Thank you. Nicole was very pumped about
I
that.
was very excited. And then I got yelled at. I got reprimanded. I don't think Brad
No,
would
I
like
said
that very much.
you shared the email.
I know I
on-
did. I erased his phone number. It's not like I was like giving
Yes.
out his phone number.
No, I think you're right. That
I
was
deleted
fine.
the phone number.
So, anyways, Brad had a good article about brokers not cooperating as much.
Oh, I breezed over that. You thought that was fun?
I thought it was interesting because there is definitely, a war happening out there in the real estate world. I know that's an extreme word to use, but for market share. But to me, that's as always, right? That's always the case. All right.
Of
Anyways,
course.
getting back to our racket today here on Realtor Mag, and we always link up the articles. Boomerang buyers are coming back in bigger numbers. And what a boomerang buyer is Americans who lost their homes to foreclosure or a short sale during the housing crisis. They are now re-emerging in the housing market and buying a home again. This is a report from USA Today.
Kind of makes my heart happy.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, if you think about it, it makes sense, right? Because 07, the start of this was 12 years ago now, right? So 08, 09, where people really got hurt.
Yeah.
10, where a lot of these foreclosures, started to really happen. That's been 10 years. It's been a decade. So rule of thumb, really, if you're, if you foreclose on a home is about 3 years, a little over 3 years. If you go straight bankruptcy, it's 7 years.
Right.
So I am actually a boomerang buyer because 19 to 21 bought 3 homes, lost everything by my mid-20s, went completely bankrupt, did buy a home, maybe it was even less than 7 years. It was right about 7 years when I bought that next home and have since sold it. So I guess I've already done the boomerang.
You boomeranged already.
I already boomeranged.
Yeah,
Does that mean I'm done?
You're done.
I'm done.
You're old.
Because the next time I buy, it wouldn't count
flopped.
as the boomerang?
No.
It would just be a...
No. Because you already came back.
Came back.
Unless
All
we
right.
threw you out again.
I never really liked the boomerang.
No.
Was that a thing?
No, I never did the boomerang. I do like, what's it called? Frisbee. But
Frisbees.
I don't boomerang.
Huh.
No. But I like boomerangs. I do those a lot. Like on Instagram. You know?
Oh, got me there. That was
Yeah, I like
boomerang,
boomerangs.
The boomerang app. So are you seeing this with buyers that you're working with? Have
I
you
have
seen
to be
this
honest,
yet?
I haven't seen it yet. No, I have
Works
not.
with too many
No.
high-priced buyers.
No, that's not true at all. But look at the age group there too. So we were
Primary age,
I think the next
35 to 64. That seems like a...
well, it's everybody. But I think that they were lately first-time home buyers. I think they were talking about ages.
First-time home buyers comprised 33% of all existing home sales.
So
No.
I guess it also sort of speaks a little bit to our market. I mean, there were obviously, I think what's very interesting here though too is that I also think that the foreclosures here in Connecticut were happening actually later than 2010. You're still seeing, in my mind, a substantial amount of foreclosures happening, or maybe they're just
not like then. From 2006.
No, I agree. I guess I'm just looking at like our pocket markets here because you're asking me about me and what's happening with me, I'm not seeing it, but I also don't think that those people have re-entered the market. Although I have found that if there was like a married couple, a husband sort of took the hit and then the wife was able to buy. So there were a few ways like that it was able to be manipulated a little bit there. But
well, there was a lot. From 06.
I think there were a lot of people that held on. Like my husband and I held on. Like we held on.
Yeah, you
like,
guys are still renting
we're
a property.
still flipping holding on. But like a lot of people held on. Like it drove us.
And there was a lot of people that
very low.
foreclosed.
Yeah.
Right. So from 06 to 14, there was 7.3 million foreclosures and 1.9 million short sales. That's according to CoreLogic. So there was a lot of people that...
And short sales are quicker, though. Short sales, I think short sales were only like 2 years.
For example, the
so,
first house that I ever bought when I was 19 years old was a 2-family in Norwich, Connecticut. And I bought it, if you remember, certainly in Connecticut in 2004, the market was absolutely insane. And in anything under $250,000 at that time, you're talking 10 offers. So I was looking at properties every day.
Well, and they were giving mortgages to, like, I was in college still, and they were giving me a mortgage.
Anybody was getting a mortgage, and there was 10 offers on everything because I was only going to buy, a 2 or a 3-family. You had all these great loans. You had all these loan opportunities to do that. And anyways, it made a ton of sense for me in my situation to absolutely walk away from those 3 homes. For example, that Norwich house that I bought for $200,000 is worth less still today than $100,000. Everything on Boswell Ave, Hickory, all those streets, you're talking. We just looked one up. I was like, guy, you're at like $55,000-$60,000.
Yeah.
70, 80. If you're getting some consistent rental income. 90, 100,000.
I think that's the biggest problem is is trying to get
over
out
10
from
years
underneath.
later.
I know. I trust me. I'm still trying to get out from underneath mine, and I still can't.
But your value has come back at least a little bit. It's not like it was that number.
No,
but you're not talking about over 100%.
No. That's true. I mean, I'm still probably down like $75,000. But what's super interesting though is that in other towns though, like, it is back.
There are some pockets that are back.
It is back, So, but I guess the biggest problem there, though, too, is it's not even necessarily what the home is worth. It's the loan that we're in. I mean, I can't even get out from the loan that I wrote like 10 years ago because my equity is not there. So I'm on like a variable rate. We were paying interest only for so long. I mean, there's just no end in sight. So
the majority of homeowners that lost or Americans who lost their home to foreclosure say they want to buy again. So
I love it.
I don't think this whole...
They haven't given up on the home ownership.
No, this whole thing...
Look, you're talking about buying this year too.
I know.
It's like there's something in the air. I love it.
Yeah, spring is in the air.
It's so
Everybody
good.
wants to buy real estate. I don't think this is a racket. We're seeing it. It's happening. I've done it. But you obviously don't think it's a racket that people should have the opportunity to buy again.
Oh, absolutely not. Yeah. No, come on now. I mean, the person I was 10 years ago or you were 10 years ago or even flipping 3 years ago, I mean.
Well, I think the banks need to be more cautious. They need to put the maybe
the banks were the problem to begin with,
of course.
Though. I mean,
of course, but
come on.
Yep.
They've got to rewrite all their loans. We should be able to buy new homes.
But it takes two people to dance there, and so everyone's just got to be a little more responsible, I guess I'll say. All right.